So much is said in loneliness and human connection circles about the influence of social media on your thoughts and feelings of loneliness. I've got some insights in this episode that will help you use social media in a way that supports you when you next experience loneliness. Yuma, I'm Phil McAuliffe. I'm the loneliness guy, and this is a connection espresso. It's a mini episode of my podcast designed to give your mind, your heart, and your soul a quick connection boost as you, a beautiful gay man experiencing loneliness, go about your day. Let's get to it. Hello, YouTube. Lovely to see you. Really glad that you're here. Yeah, social media and loneliness, social media and connection, kind of a big topic. Going to tackle it in this episode. Hope you're going awesomely. Like every episode, this Connection Espresso comes to you from Canberra, Australia's capital city, which sits on the traditional country of the Ngunnawal and Ngambri peoples. I want to first pay my respects to their elders, past, present, and emerging, and acknowledge them as the traditional custodians of the land upon which this episode was recorded, edited, and uploaded. I want to extend that acknowledgement to all Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander peoples listening. Secondly, a reminder that you're awesome, dear espresso drinker, be you listening on a podcast or watching on YouTube. I want to recognize the courage that you've shown in simply pressing play on this episode because, well, we don't go looking for content on loneliness unless we realize that we might be experiencing loneliness ourselves. This can feel like a big step, and I want to say that I see you and that I recognize your courage. I'm going to presume that you're consuming this content, whether you're listening to my voice or watching me on YouTube, on your phone. I'm also going to presume that on your phone you have one, two, or even more of the common social media apps. Perhaps many of these apps are open at the same time. You may even be scrolling through them as you're listening to these words or watching me now. But here's the truth. Social media is not social. Let's unpack that a little now. I want to be really clear. I use social media. I get sucked in all the time and I lose myself in my feed. I can spend so much time watching reel after reel. I can watch tick after talk and watch whatever the algorithm thinks that I'd enjoy. It's powerful and very effective at getting my attention and keeping it. I always intend to use it more mindfully, but then, well, I often find myself mindlessly scrolling. It's really hard to escape the vortex. But I always find power in the understanding that social media is a great slave, but a terrible master. It's with that in mind, you and I need to make social media work for us and for our connection needs as humans, not as consumers. When it comes to moving past your loneliness by doing connection, getting connection, and feeling connected, what I'm about to say is really important. Social media isn't connection. Social media is a tool for communication. The connection that you need and possibly have turned to social media to find or to at least distract you from the loneliness that you're experiencing happens through the app, not in the app as you're likely using it. If you're using social media passively, if you're scrolling and liking everything that you see before mindlessly scrolling on, and possibly even accidentally hitting like on an ad or two, or that might just be me, you're not getting the connection that you need if you're like mindlessly using it. Connection requires you to do something. It requires you to be seen. It requires you to be heard. Tapping like does not connection make. Indeed, reaching for social media when you're feeling lonely is like drinking salt water when thirsty. It feels like it's what you need, but ultimately it's doing you more harm. The connection that you need can come from when you pick up the phone and speak with someone, when someone else hears your voice and you can hear theirs. The connection that you need can come from when you use the video function and allow yourself to be seen by someone and you see them. Here's another truth. The connection that you need comes after you allow yourself to be vulnerable. Being vulnerable is always scary. Vulnerability takes you to the edge of your comfort zone. And social media is seductive in that you can curate how you're seen. It's seductive in the way that you can engage with the world from the anonymity and safety of behind your screen and keyboard. It's seductive in the way that it offers to give you connection without asking you to be vulnerable in return. But social media is an increasingly loud place with lots of people wanting your attention. And I'm one of them. I want your attention so you know that there's content and services here at the Loneliness Guide to support you. You may have even pressed play on this episode because you saw my promotions for it on my socials. And, well, the irony is not lost on me, trust me. But connection doesn't happen in the middle of a crowd of yelling people. The connection you need can't happen by watching 90-second reels, 15-second stories, eye-catching posts, or schmickly edited videos. Connection to yourself, to those most important to you, and to your communities requires time, patience, and quiet persistence. It's not flashy. It's not sexy. It only requires you to be you and allowing yourself to be seen and heard so that you feel that you belong. And where are you getting that in your life? Because it's not on social media. Of course, there's so much more that I could have said in this episode that may speak more directly to your personal situation and how social media feeds your loneliness. But I need to wrap this up. But please tell me, I'd love to know if you are actively investing in your connections. Are you devoting time, energy, and commitment to your connection needs? Are you wrestling with vulnerability? Are you using the phone and video features of the apps to be seen and heard by real people in real time? That's it for this espresso. Be sure to check out all my work and services destigmatizing loneliness and promoting authentic connection for gay men globally, for gay men like you and your friends through my website, thelonelinessguide.com. Please like, comment, and share this episode on your socials. The irony again. So it reaches more gay men experiencing loneliness and lets them know, just as you now know, that they're not alone as a gay man experiencing loneliness. Thank you so much for joining me for this espresso shot. Until next time, take care of yourself, yada, and enjoy your day. Thank you. Please, as you move on from this video, do so mindfully, knowing that, potentially, like even here on YouTube, it's really entertaining. There's so much great stuff. But make sure that you're consuming it mindfully, not it consuming you. Go and be awesome. Thanks so much for joining me. I'll see you later. Okay, see ya.